Okay, this is PoliceAbuse.com. I'm on the line with Sherry Ann Reed, a 26-year-old college student. Miss Reed, you contacted PoliceAbuse.com and we talked earlier this morning. I want to go back over everything we discussed, just that now I've had a chance to take a look at your details. Can you tell me why you contacted us and what happened with you involving the Hollywood, Florida Police Department?
Yes, the reason I contacted you was because I felt like what happened to me was humiliating, and I basically needed help. And I was browsing and I saw the site, and I want to get my story out there in case there's other people out there that's been victimized by officers. They can also get help and bring their story to the public. We don't need officers like officer I'm about to mention.
Well, tell me exactly what the officer did, and start off by telling me his name.
The officer name is R. Cady. That's C-A-D-Y. And another officer, Dennis Wynn. Basically what happened, it was on July 18th, 2009, around 2:45 a.m. 3 friends and I went to a club. We paid our $20 each. It amounted to $80. Upon entering the club, it was overcrowded. We pushed our way through the crowd, thinking there were room on the other side. We decided, it was too overcrowded. We decided to see if we could get our money back or a discount. We asked the young lady at the desk. She said to speak to a gentleman. I was waiting in the entrance, was a narrow walkway once you enter the club. The bouncer asked me to move. I said, no, I'm waiting for the gentleman to come back with his response, whether or not we're going to get our money back.
So let me stop you there. So
yes.
you came into a club, and what was the name of the club?
The club was SOTA, S-O-S-T-A, nightclub.
Okay, and you went there on a Friday night?
Yes.
Okay, did you have any drugs in your possession?
No, I don't do drugs, and I did not drink that night.
Okay, do you have any weapons? Did you have any weapons that night?
No weapons.
Were you belligerent, confrontational, or hostile to anyone at the club before this incident started?
No, I was not. I was calm and relaxed.
Okay, and did you go to the club looking for any sort of trouble, or were you there for entertainment?
I was going for entertainment.
Okay, now when you got to the club, and you said it was really packed, did it look like it was overcrowded, like there were too many people in there?
Yes, it did.
Okay, were there so many people in the club that you couldn't get in? Is that what you told me? It was hard to squeeze through the crowd.
Yes, it was, yes. We were able to get in, but we had to push people
To get through.
to get in the club.
Okay, so now you've been in the club for a few minutes, you think it's too crowded, so you said you went back to the person dispensing the tickets and you wanted to request a refund. They got a gentleman who was supposed to accomplish that for you, and you were waiting for him to return, and the bouncer told you to move. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay, now from the point the bouncer told you to move, were you still being polite, cooperative, and even though you said you weren't moving, you weren't belligerent about it, were you?
No, I wasn't. Me and the bouncer, we didn't get into any confrontation. He may have took when I said no, as an attitude that he probably didn't want to, take it any further. But we had no arguments, nothing. It was just no. I'm waiting for these gentlemen to come back with a response.
Okay, now did the gentleman ever return with a response?
There was after I said no, we end up pushing our way back into the entrance way.
Yeah, I'm sorry. We're getting a little static. Can you maybe move your phone for a second? Okay, there we go. Try again.
When I told the bouncer no, I and the girls went to the doorway of the club, and we kind of went to the corner because another lady also came through and asked us to close the door because it was an AC. I don't believe it was AC because it was so hot. Maybe it was AC then again because too many people. So we went to the doorway. A gentleman approached me. I put my head towards his ears because music was playing so he can hear. And I said, sir, the club is overcrowded. We haven't been here before. We're trying to see if we could get a refund or a discount. somebody's poking me on my left shoulder.
And he actually made physical contact with you?
Yes, he did.
Okay, how many times did he poke you, and was it uncomfortable?
It was like 3 times. It was like poke, poke, poke.
Okay.
And the club is so overcrowded, or I'm thinking, it's somebody trying to get my attention, but I'm focused on talking to this guy, not paying attention to the poke.
Right. So what happened next?
It was uncomfortable after everything happened.
Okay, so tell me what happened after he poked you, and who was it that was poking you?
After he poked me, the gentleman, R. Katie, came in front of me and said, "Why are you ignoring me?" I said, "Sir, I'm sorry, I'm not ignoring you. I'm speaking to the gentleman about trying to get a refund."
Now, was he in a police uniform?
Yes, he was. The color was green, like a dark green.
Okay, and it said, was he with the Hollywood Police Department?
I didn't pay attention to that. The only thing I paid attention was to his name, because I wanted to remember the name.
Okay, so tell me what happened from there after he asked you why you were ignoring him.
He said, I told him I'm sorry, I wasn't ignoring him. I was talking to the gentleman. He said, "I don't give a fuck." I said, "Sir, why are you disrespecting me like that, You just came in here, all of a sudden you're just disrespecting me. Get the fuck out, bitch. Get the fuck out, black bitch."
He called you, hold on, let me go back to this again. He called you a black bitch?
Yes, he called me a black bitch.
And he said, "Get the fuck out"?
He said, "Get the fuck out." He looked me right in my eyes and said it.
Okay.
That's how I'm able to remember word for word.
Now this was a Hollywood, Florida police officer in
Yes,
full
he was.
uniform.
Yes.
And did he have any reason before he started speaking to you in that way to be so hostile?
No, he did not have any reason at all. That's why I was in shock.
Have you ever been spoken to by a police officer in that manner?
No, I've never been spoke by an officer in that manner.
Is that the kind of language that you use around your house?
No.
Do your parents speak to you that way?
No.
Do your friends speak to you that way?
No.
Okay, so you were
My real friend.
Okay, so you were stunned to be talked to like that. Am I
I was
correct?
very stunned. Yes, I was very.
Okay. Did you at that point say anything insulting to the officer? What did you say, and how did the conversation continue?
No, throughout the whole incident, I didn't say insulted. I was so shocked, and I was just so. He's an officer. I look up to officers. I respect officers. So, even though he said those things, it's like I wasn't able to attack him or make me racial remarks or, curse. I wasn't able to do none of that. It's like something was holding me that night, protecting me by, I wasn't acting out, wasn't yelling. I was cooperative the whole time. That's why it really hurt me. It really affected me to where I'm trying to speak out now to share, the incident I had with that officer, because he doesn't belong in that department. He's supposed to protect and serve people.
So he called you a black bitch. Did you look at that as a racial slur?
Yes, I did. I'm like, oh no. That's when I could have just left at that time, but I felt like I needed to explain to him, because he didn't have any reason to disrespect me like that. So I begged him, can we talk? Can we talk? Can we talk about it? Can I explain to you what's going on? So he can apologize for coming at me like that. I don't know if it's because I'm a black girl. It's 2-something a.m. in the morning, and he thinks, I have no life, or just, and just spoke and did what he did to me. But no, I did nothing to provoke him, nothing to make him talk the way he spoke to me.
Okay. And what did he use any more profanity or any other abusive words?
Yes, he did. He said, "Get the fuck out, black bitch," like I said. He said, "You heard what the fuck I said. Get the fuck out." And I told the officer I was leaving. I'm not trying to stay here. I was trying to see if I could get my money back or a discount. Yeah, three of us, we just spend $80. We want to see what we could get out of it. If we weren't able to get anything, that's fine. We would leave.
So you didn't refuse to leave.
I didn't refuse to leave, no at all. And I also told him, the bouncer, no one at the club told me to leave.
Mm-hmm.
He said, well, I'm fucking telling you to leave. I said, sir, that's not right, I have rights. I have rights. He tells me, you don't have any fucking rights. Who are you? I said, oh, no. I have rights, you have rights, we all have rights. And, it was just getting worse and worse and worse. He had a partner with him, Dennis Wynn, and he was quiet. He was like a little, just like following him around like a little pup. He didn't say anything, just looking and watching.
Were they both in uniform?
They were both in uniforms, yes.
Okay. Now, did your friends do anything that might be considered offensive or uncooperative with the police?
No, and I'm so glad they didn't, because that would have made me look probably guilty, but they didn't do anything. The only thing I heard my friends yelling out was, why are you doing this? We'll take her home. She didn't do anything. What's going on? Oh, I've never seen cops act like this before. I can't believe it.
And what did he do exactly? After he called you all these names and told you to leave, did he arrest you?
Yes, he did. When we were in the narrow walkway, the bouncer told me to move out of, because I had backed, out of the club when he was calling me these names. I begged him. I said, officer, please listen to what I'm saying. You don't have to talk to me like that. I'm a young, smart black girl, and I know what's going on. You don't have to talk to me like that. So we moved onto the sidewalk, and he said he's going to listen to my story. I think it was for 2 seconds or for 2 minutes. I'm not sure. I can't recall exactly. And I began trying to explain the story, and that's when he said he don't give a fuck. Leave right fucking now. He said, I'm going to count to 3. And he said, 1, 2, 3. And he said, you're under arrest. And I was going to jail for trespassing. When he arrested me, he grabbed my left wrist. He grabbed my left arm. He grabbed it tight, pulled me off the sidewalk, and we're next to a car, 2 parked cars.
What were you wearing?
I was wearing purple tall heels. I have pictures, by the way. We took pictures that night, but not at the club. We had left the camera. I had tall heels, a tight spandex, it was black, with a purple shirt that was tied behind me. But when he grabbed my arm, he swung my left arm behind me, then the right arm, and I was kind of bent over a little bit, not all the way. And he handcuffed me. When he handcuffed me, I said, sir, the handcuffs are, I had bracelets on too, bracelets on. I said, sir, the handcuffs are tight. Can you please unloosen them? I don't give a fuck.
He said,
what in the world's going on?
Hold it. You asked him to loosen the handcuffs, and he
Yes,
said, I don't
did.
give a fuck?
Yes.
Were those his exact words?
Those were his exact words.
Okay. And at that point, were you resisting in any way? Were you fighting? Were you doing anything except asking him to loosen the
I
cuffs?
I was not fighting back. The whole time I was cooperating, I wasn't fighting back. He put the handcuffs on me, and I told him so if he could please loosen up. It was tight. Next thing he was doing was taking my same left arm he had grabbed. He grabbed my left arm, and he was pulling me towards his parked vehicle that was like 2 spots over. And I said, sir, I have heels on. Can you not pull me like that? There's no reason for you to pull me like that. He says, oh, so are you a resistant? How can I be a resistant when I'm already in handcuffs?
So hold on. You were handcuffed in your attire that you were wearing going out to a club, so you were dressed up, and you had already been handcuffed and you were on the way to the police car, and he kept asking you if you were resisting because you were asking him to loosen the cuffs up?
Yes. No. He said if I was resisting because I told him, sir, can you please slow down? He was pulling me, and I'm trying to balance myself. I almost fell. I said, sir, can you please slow down?
He was dragging you to the police car?
Yes, he was pulling on me. Yes.
Okay, did it appear that he was angry about something?
No, when he first got there, it appeared like something wasn't normal. Like
tell me what happened after that, after he gets you to the car.
Okay, he gets me to the car. I say, sir, can you please listen to my story? Let me explain what's going on. You came here and you're going off at me, you're cursing, you're calling me names. Sorry about that.
That's all right.
You're calling me names. I don't deserve that. I have rights. And he said something about he'll throw me in the back of the car. Basically, he'll throw me in the back of the car to take me down to the police station. He went to his vehicle, and he was in there, I guess, filling out the paperwork. He asked one of the girls for my ID because they had it. I didn't have a pocket. So he was in there. Now my attention is on the other officer that was quiet. And I felt, like I was probably able to, talk to this officer because he wasn't saying anything. He didn't make me feel the way that officer was making me feel, or Katie was making me feel. I turned to Dennis. I said, sir, can you please, I'm worried about the handcuffs at this time because they were kind of tight. And I said, can you please loosen the handcuffs? He tells me no. I'm like, oh my goodness. I said, sir, please, I'm not sitting here trying to aggravate you. Can you really loosen the handcuffs or remove my bracelets? Because my hands, they're small. They're not that big anyway. But I think he purposely made them tight, or Katie. Anyway, the officer tells me no. And I said, can you please listen to my story? He tells me, we've been listening to you for 20 minutes. I said, sir, that's not true. I've been pleading for 20 minutes for you guys to listen to me and to get some respect. And he says, shut the fuck up. I'm like, oh, okay. Next thing I know, a bouncer walks over, and he whispered, just don't say anything. I guess he felt sorry. He said, just don't say anything. They'll let you go. And in my mind, I already knew they were going to let me go because I didn't do anything. So I wasn't really worried about that. But then they could have been nasty and really nasty and, made something up and probably had me go down there. But I wasn't doing anything for them to do anything like that. So he comes over there saying that at this time, I'm listening, but I really don't want to hear it because he was the cause of it. I said to him, did we get into any confrontation? Did I yell at you, disrespect you? And the bouncer said, no. I said, what did you ask me? You asked me to move, right? And I said, no. He said, yes. He said he didn't want anything escalating, so he brought it to their attention. I said, I'm not mad at you, the bouncer. I said, I'm not mad at you. I'm mad at what's going on, how I'm being disrespected, and this is leading into a way that it shouldn't. And I ended the conversation with him. And I said, officer, can I please, to Dennis Wynn, I said, can I please, let you know what's going on? All this is on call for. And he said, shut the fuck up.
So Officer Wynn was using the same language?
Yeah, he used fuck. He didn't call me bitch or like this. He just said, shut the fuck up. That's what he said. He was more quiet.
Was he younger or the same age as the other officer?
They look around the same age.
Okay. So they got you in the car now. How long did they keep
No,
you?
I didn't. I wasn't in the car. I didn't get in the car. I was next to the car. I was standing up next to the car.
Okay, so you're still... Got it. You're standing next to the car. Tell me what happened from there.
That's when I was, just talking to Officer Wynn, trying to get sympathy from him, but that wasn't working. My friends were out there just looking at me. I had another friend. At the time he arrested me, I had my cell phone I dropped, and I had my one of my friends. I said, call my lawyer. So they called my boyfriend and was telling him what was going on, and he called a lawyer, telling him what was going on, and all my friends are like looking. I was so humiliated, and I was telling my friend. I didn't know if it was illegal or not. I said, record what's going on. Record what's going on. But they weren't able to hear what I was saying.
Okay.
Because, I was trying to have them read my lip because I didn't want to, make the situation worse than what it was.
Right.
So I just stood there and, tears rolled down my eyes and I just prayed and I said, Lord, just keep me safe and I have nothing else to say. I'm done. I'm done begging. I'm done, trying to prove a point to these officers that nothing like that went down.
So did they release you or did they keep you?
They released me. Officer Katie came out. He said to sign it. I said, do I have to sign it because I don't agree with it? He said, yes, or you're going to jail. I said, okay. Signed the paper, and I looked at both of them, and I said, have a blessed night. Got my phone and got my driver's license. Started walking towards my car, and I seen him walking behind me. He's like, oh, don't worry, I'm not following you. And next thing I know, he was over there talking to some gentleman, I guess, telling him to leave, and that was that.
Okay. Okay, let me do this. I want to call the club, excuse me, and ask them some questions.
That's fine.
Okay, the club number is busy. Let me try it one more time. If I can't get through to them, I will call them later and I will send you a copy of the phone call because I'm going to record it.
No problem.
Okay, just a minute. Okay, looks like that might be their fax number. What I'm going to do...
Fax number?
Yeah, don't worry
What
about
number
it.
did I give you? I did take a fax number down. Can you verify the number?
Yeah, 954-921-0243.
Oh, yes, I did.
That's
I
all
gave
right.
you. There's another number. Just a second.
Mhm.
Okay, the number. You know what? Let me look on the website really quick because I got the
Yeah, you can, if you can pull it up, that would be great.
Okay, just a second.
And while you're checking, I have one more question for you. Have you,
Go ahead.
do you have any sort of arrest record? Do you have any criminal record at all?
No, I do not.
And have you had any other encounters with Hollywood Police Department?
No.
Okay.
Okay, here it is.
Mm-hmm.
I think that was the same number you repeated to me.
Yeah.
Did you say it was 954 921?
920243?
Yes, they have it here on twice, so yes, that was the right number I gave you.
Okay, well don't worry about it. My researchers will find out the correct numbers for the company contact. And we are going to call the officer and ask him some questions. I'd like to know just what he was trying to do. And I'm going to be requesting the policies from the Hollywood Police Department on your behalf.
Okay.
Okay? So I will be in touch with you, or my staff will be in touch with you within 24 hours. I want to thank you for taking the time to give us this statement, and we're glad to help you.
Thank you.